Okay, I'm gonna answer. Just one message.
One message? Cute. You know what happens after one message?
Nothing happens. I say hey, they say hey, and I'm normal again.
Normal. Right. Say hey, and you signed a contract. Reply speed, emotional availability, weekend plans, and explaining why you vanished for 12 days.
I didn't vanish. I was busy.
You were alive. Quietly. Like a ghost with Wi-Fi.
Why does this feel like defusing a bomb? It's just people.
Because for you, it's never just people.
I don't hate them. I actually like them.
Then why do you treat socializing like it's a bill you forgot to pay?
I don't know. I just disappear.
And then you come back with a fake laugh and a cute emoji like that fixes the time gap.
Stop. That's not fair.
Fair? I'm not judging you. I'm explaining you there's a reason you rarely socialize, and it's not introversion. Not really.
Then what is it?
3 things you don't want to admit. One of them is the real reason you vanish, and you're going to recognize it immediately. Real reason you vanished. 3 things you don't want to admit. Not introversion. What is it?
People think I'm cold, or weird, or stuck up.
They assume you're antisocial because you're not consistently social.
But I'll have a great night, and then I need like a week.
Because your brain doesn't socialize like theirs. Their social battery drains like a phone on airplane mode. Yours drains like a phone streaming 4K video with the flashlight on.
That's dramatic.
No, that's accurate. Look at what you do in real time. While they're talking, you're not just listening. You're tracking tone, pauses, facial microexpressions. The moment their smile drops half a centimeter, the part they didn't say, you're running background tabs.
I'm just paying attention.
You're paying attention like it's survival.
So I'm sensitive?
You're high processing. Socializing costs you more mental currency. That's why a casual hang can feel like a mental marathon, and you don't even get to rest after. Your brain replays highlights like it's editing a documentary called Every Weird Thing You Said.
I hate that movie.
You keep buying tickets.
And then there's small talk. I can do it. I just don't want to.
Because it feels like chewing gum with no flavor. How was your day? What have you been up to? Crazy weather, huh? You're not shy. You're bored.
That sounds mean.
It's not mean. It's chemistry. Small talk gives most people a tiny hit of connection. For you, it's like staring at a loading screen.
So what am I supposed to do? Interrogate people?
You crave depth. You want a sentence that has a pulse. You want honesty, nuance, something real. But most social environments are designed for safety, not truth.
But sometimes I want to be there. Then I get overwhelmed and I don't know why.
Here's why. You don't experience socializing as fun. You experience it as performance.
Performance?
Yes. Not because you're fake, because you're hyper aware. You're watching yourself while you talk. You're monitoring your voice, your face, your posture, your timing. You're doing customer service in your own personality.
That's painfully accurate.
Exactly. And when you're alone, no monitoring, no acting, no pressure to be on. Silence isn't awkward for you. Silence is relief.
But why do I feel guilty about it? If solitude feels good, why does it feel like I'm doing something wrong?
Now we're near the real reason you vanish.
You said you'd tell me.
I will. But first, you need to see the trap you're stuck in. It's not the people that drain you. It's the obligations attached to them. Reply fast. Be consistent. Explain yourself. Maintain momentum. Prove you care by performing availability.
I do care.
Then why does every message feel like it comes with invisible strings?
Because if I reply, I have to keep replying.
Exactly. Socializing becomes a treadmill. And you're not tired of running with people. You're tired of being trapped on the machine.
So I disappear because expectations scare me.
Not scare. Exhaust. Because the moment you re-enter, you inherit rules you never agreed to.
That's why I ghost. It's easier than explaining.
It feels cleaner. More honest. But it creates the exact misunderstanding you hate. They think you don't care.
Sometimes I'm not lonely. I'm just stable.
Because solitude is predictable. No social math. No decoding. No emotional debt. Your nervous system learned. Alone equals sign safe.
Learned?
Yeah. If social experiences repeatedly felt overwhelming, disappointing, or misunderstood, your brain starts linking connection with stress. So it protects you the only way it knows how. Withdraw.
So what's the real reason I vanish? Say it.
Fine. You vanish because you don't want to be misread in real time. You'd rather be absent than be present and misunderstood. Think about it. When you show up, you have to manage perception. If you're quiet, they call you awkward. If you leave early, they call you rude. If you don't reply, they call you cold. So you pick the one scenario where you control the narrative, you disappear.
That's brutal.
It's efficient, but it's also expensive because disappearing keeps proving to your brain that connection is dangerous.
So what do I do? Force myself to socialize constantly.
No, that's not your wiring. You don't need more people. You need the right conditions. Here's what people get wrong about you. You're not antisocial, you're selective. Not because you think you're better, because your brain charges full price for connection.
So I'm not broken.
You're calibrated differently. You're built for fewer conversations with higher meaning.
And the guilt?
The guilt comes from pretending your needs are a personality flaw, but needing recovery isn't selfish, it's regulation.
So what's the move?
2 moves, simple, not easy. Stop treating disappearing like your only defense. Instead of vanishing, send a truthful micro message before you fade. I'm low battery. I'll be quiet for a bit, but I'm good. That removes the misunderstanding without trapping you in the treadmill. Choose depth on purpose. 1 real conversation beats 10 empty ones. Your social life isn't supposed to be wide. It's supposed to be aligned.
And if someone can't handle that?
Then they weren't a safe door anyway.
Okay, I'm not going to vanish this time.
Or hear me out. You vanish professionally. Clean exit. No explaining.
That's the trap. You call it peace, but it's just me avoiding the follow-up.
Follow-up is how they pull you back in.
No. Boundaries are how I stay in without losing myself.
Bold. Risky.
Yeah, but I'd rather be misunderstood for being honest than hated for being silent. Hey, I've been quiet because I recharge alone. I'm okay. I still care.
Look at that. No disappearing act. Just clarity.
I still might be quiet tomorrow.
Of course you will. That's the point. But now it's not a mystery. It's a boundary.
If you felt exposed by this, you're not alone. If this felt weirdly specific, subscribe. Not because I'm asking, but because this is the place where we finally understand the things you do on autopilot. The things you think you know why you do, but don't. And if you've ever felt like you have traits that don't match the people around you, watch the video on screen. It'll explain the patterns that make certain people different and honestly, kind of special.
And yes, it's probably the one you're doing right now.